Indian Council Act of the 1892. It was again passed by the British Parliament into the year 1892. इसमें क्या क्या चीजें चेंज हुई? The Legislative Council, kindly see into this. So what was being introduced? The act entailed provision of the number of additional members to be represented in the central and provincial council. इसके अंदर जो members थे, जो पूरे आपके लेजिस्लेटिव काउंसिल के, उनकी जो स्ट्रेंथ थी उसे इंक्रीज कर दिया गया. फॉर एग्जांपल, द नंबर ऑफ एडिशनल मेंबर्स इलेक्टेड टू द सेंट्रल लेजिस्लेटिव काउंसिल वाज इंक्रीज टू अ रेंज ऑफ 10 to 16 as per the act of 1861, जो हमने इससे पहले पढ़ा था. And the civil and military powers being given to the crown, all these things were there. इसके जो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है उसे याद रखिए. आफ्टर बीइंग प्रेजेंटेड टू द हाउस ऑफ लॉर्ड्स इन 1890, द एक्ट वाज पास्ड इन 18 टू रिस्पॉन्स टू द nationalist movement began to surface across British India. Please understand, जो 1892 का Indian Council Act of the 1892, it provided for which kind of thing? It provided for that the mainly the Indian nationalists, those who are suppressing, those who are against the British political system into the India, क्यों ना उनको ही they should be included into the some of the cabinet or the portfolio system या फिर legislative council में they should be included. So the Britishers tried to include all these people, but it was being passed into the House of Lords. House of Lords, I am talking about the Westminster model of government, that is into the UK. What is Westminster? Westminster means the seat of British Parliament in the UK is called as Westminster. It is divided into two houses, like we are having the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. They are having the House of Lords as well as House of Commons. Everyone's clear? So this was being introduced into the Indian Council Act of 1892. Then the Indian Council Act 1909, a small educated elite met for the first time as the Indian National Congress in 1885. ये सबसे important है कि कुछ समूह मिले थे 1885 में Indian National Congress. Provincial association had already emerged. One of the main grievances for the association revolved around the difficulty for Indian to obtain entry into the civil services. Basically, there was an ongoing demand into the Indian people that we should be included into the civil services. तो इसको लेके काफी सारी आवाज उठने लगी. In 1858, Queen Victoria proclaimed equal treatment for Indians. This was being important. इसको आप मार्क कर लीजिएगा. The Indian Council Act 1909 में the Queen Victoria is introduced for the equal treatment for the India, and they should be included into the civil services also. This will be important for you, okay? But very few Indians are referred to be admitted. British officials were hesitant to accept the Indian as the partners. From there, the Queen has given the order. Queen Victoria was there. She gave the order that Indians should be included. They should be given an equal and fair treatment. बट जो इंडिया में जो ब्रिटिशर्स रहते थे वो ऐसा ट्रीटमेंट इंडियंस को नहीं देना चाहते थे. वो हमें ऑलरेडी एक इंफीरियर रेस माना करते थे. So that's why again it was a big problem. With that perspective, it appeared that granting a few concessions of representation in the provincial and imperial legislature to the native elite would be a lesser evil. The non-monopolizing participation of India in the legislature to be an enhancement for British rule. कि अभी भी अगर इंडियंस को, if they will not be including the Indians into the portfolio or into the legislative council, again they are trying to suppress the Indians. Okay, and understand about one thing, if you will suppress anything, अगर आप किसी को ज्यादा दबाएंगे तो अगेन इट विल कम बैक. ओके, सो इंडियन का जो रिवोल्ट था इंडियन पीपल का या फिर जो कांग्रेस का एस्टेब्लिशमेंट था वो ज्यादा पावरफुल होता गया डे बाय डे. ओके, सो द 1909, लेट्स सी अबाउट द अनदर Government of India Act 1919. This is quite important in nature because after this we will be having the Government of India Act 1935, which is one of the most important act. Okay, 1919 तक काफी सारे चेंजेस आ चुके थे. ओके, ब्रिटिशर्स ने डिवाइड एंड रूल की पॉलिसीज, नेशनलिस्ट ओके काफी एमर्ज हुए थे और मिलिटेंट नेशनलिस्ट भी आ गए थे. ओके, द भगत सिंह एंड पार्टी, चंद्रशेखर आजाद, okay, these people also entered. I'm not saying like the militant nationalists as they are like the terrorists, not in that way. We equally respect the Bhagat Singh. We are having the love and respect into our hearts for the Bhagat Singh, for the Chandrasekhar Azad. Their contribution is also very, very, very much immense into the development of our country. We cannot say that their contribution cannot be important. Their contribution is equally and equally justified important. However, their ways were quite different for taking the independence. Okay, the way of the Bhagat was different and the way of the Gandhi was. See, target is same. Both are going for the which kind of thing, that is the independence. But Gandhi is taking the way of the ahimsa, whereas the Bhagat is taking the way of the hinsa. Okay, कि सबका अपना है. Like it was a young blood. Okay, I'm not saying that the Congress and the Gandhi was not having such kind of policies. उनकी अलग policies थी और भगत सिंह जी की अलग policies थी. Okay, so 1919 the Government of India Act that was being introduced. Parliament of the UK it was passed to expand participation of India into the government of India. अब तो काफी ज्यादा participation बढ़ चुका था Indians का. The act embodied the reform recommended for the Secretary of State for the India, Edwin Montagu. Montagu Chelmsford reforms भी इन्हें बोला जाता है if you study into the history. Viceroy Lord Chelmsford. The act covered 10 years from 1919. 10 years तक ये activate रहा था almost. This act represented the end of benevolent despotism, the act of authorities enhancing themselves. Despotism, जो जबरदस्ती, the people those who want to impose their harsh rule, तो काफी ज्यादा रूल इससे खत्म हुआ था. That is to the act of 1919. Then and begin the genesis of the responsible government. Understand about this? The democratic government is a responsible government, transparent government. Okay, तो responsible government को, that's why the Indian bureaucratic system or the Indian political system or the parliamentary form of government, please understand, the parliamentary form of government, when we are talking about the parliamentary form of government, it is also known as the responsible government. Okay, why? Because all the ministers, including the prime minister, are responsible for all their acts to the Lok Sabha, to the people of this country. Got with this or not? So when I'm talking about the parliamentary form of government, is also called as the responsible government, and it is also called as the Westminster model of government. Okay, Westminster means the, I have already told you, again I'm telling you, the seat of British Parliament in the UK is called as the Westminster. Okay, so this was being upheld by them. Let's see about the furthermore about this. So it was said to be the reviewed by the Simon Commission in 10 years. साइमन कमीशन ने इसको रिव्यू करना था. 1929 में साइमन कमीशन का एस्टेब्लिशमेंट हुआ था. Then after that you know about the Lala Lajpat Rai and the other political leaders, those who gave the that Simon go back. All of you will be knowing about this. तो अब हिस्ट्री में पढ़ेंगे. But so today up to this we'll be doing today, that is the Government of India Act 1990. In the next session we'll be studying about the Government of India Act 1935 and the